I think the term professional is just much more related to the money you make out of it
Yeah.
than the value of your work. Because there's a lot of people out there that are technically professionals because they make money out of it, and perhaps the quality of their work is not even that good.
Just thinking, like, for a beginning photographer, what is the level of investment we talking financially? Like, how much did you invest before you got to the stage where you said, okay, I can call myself a professional now. I have the necessary skills and the equipment to be a professional.
So my maybe it's a problem, maybe it's not, but I'm a very black or white person. So I either 100% or absolutely nothing. So I thought, well, let's go 100%, classic. And I thought, if I win a camera, I want to work towards getting the best one, right? So that was my mindset. It's a very toxic mindset sometimes, but it can work out well sometimes as well. So I thought, you know what, if I have the opportunity to work and save that money towards a camera, I want to get the best one. So I think I invested like 4 grand basically,
4 grand.
because I was just working like 72 hours a week. Like literally HR messaged me like, you need to stop this shit because we're going to get in trouble because of you. So I was like, right, okay. But I was like, no, but I need to save for a camera. Um, so I went for that. I was like, all or nothing kind of attitude. A bit risky because maybe it could have turned out that I didn't like it, but I thought I was just gonna go for it. So yeah, I and then time wise, I just invested myself like fully because I was really, really engrossed in it. Like I was just enjoying myself so much. It was just such an enjoyable process. Like just taking the photos and working on them after. And I tried to do some video as well, which I don't enjoy that much, but it was just such an enjoyable process. Just like a different way of doing the same that I've always done, like just like expressing myself, so to speak.
Yeah.
Um, so I genuinely put all my time and effort into photos outside my working hours. Um, and yeah, I literally just integrated the camera into my life, really. So I would go on a walk, I would take the camera. I would go on a hike, I would take the camera. And yeah, it just became so enjoyable that it was just I could not go out without the camera, and I enjoy the process like massively, to be
All
honest.
right. I was just curious because,
Aye.
like, whenever people are starting out, I've been dabbling away and having fun. But yeah, it's there's always that interesting sort of ceiling of like one day I'll get to call myself a professional, and most of the, I think a lot of people, I don't know if most of the time, but a lot of people, they tend to err on the side of caution. I'm not a professional. Yeah, I'm not this. I'm not that. I don't dare to call myself that, right?
Yeah.
But and that happens often, right? But every now and again, you can rush into it and then call yourself that I'm this already. So I'm just curious of how you felt. What's the ceiling that you want to touch, or when you can say like, okay, I've got the skills, I've got the camera, let's go.
I just went straight to it, and I was just talking shite all the time. But I was just like, no, no, I am a professional. I don't even know how to charge the fucking camera yet, but I am a professional. So it was very risky, very, very risky. But I was trying to sell myself like one. So I was just like, yeah, no, I work with photos, even though on my first day I had never done a job with photos. So I was just like, no, no, I do it, I do it. And just wing it, really.
So you
Classic
just
fake
you
it till you
winged it
make
in,
it.
like you just went. Yeah, I was gonna say, just faked it till you made it.
So yeah, because I think we're like you're gonna be your worst enemy if you tell yourself like, oh, I'm amateur and all that. No, just value yourself as much as you can. It's not even about lying or not lying. It's beyond that. It's just value your work and don't worry about whether you are making money out of it or not, because this is just creative jobs. They're always going to be uncertain. So just do it, wing it, and then that's the way everyone does it. You know what I
Mm.
mean? J- Going to a course to learn how to like do that and all this, it's not going to make you or better or worse. It's going to give you a different approach, but it's not better or worse. And not because you spend money to do that, you are now a professional. It's not about that. Like, I think the term professional is just much more related to the money you make out of it
Yeah.
than the value of your work. Because there's a lot of people out there that are technically professionals because they make money out of it, and perhaps the quality of their work is not even that good. So yeah, the word professional, like, what does it even mean?
I mean,
So
yeah, that's a fairly good point there. That some people mean professional as in very good quality, and some people mean
mhm,
professional as in it gets money, and that's not always the
the
same.
profession, exactly.
Okay,
100%. And obviously, yeah, that happens all the time in photography. Like, you hear the term professional photographer, and your first thought is like, this person, makes money out of this because this person is really good as well. These things just go in hand, and it's not always the case. You know,
I
there's a
mean,
lot of people out there that might not have the same quality and make money, and vice versa. So
yeah, I think I'm learning that it's in most cases it's about your marketing as much as it is about your skills, and sometimes one can make up for the other, you know.
100%, hundred
But
percent.
ideally, the best is when you got both going at a high level.
Obviously, that's what we all aim for. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Um, and with social media, there's also, like, the social currency within our work. The likes, the followers, the views, all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Because we can't help but use that as a metric to come to judge ourselves, and we all do that, like, and instinctively, almost like we just go to someone's account and think, oh my god, like, 200,000 followers, this person's going to be fucking class, and maybe their work is shit, like, it doesn't have anything to do with the numbers.
Or it might not even be
So
shit, but it's just not my niche at all. I mean, some
exactly, or just
yeah, with art it's interesting. With anything it's interesting because you can have there's the objective part of it of like is the camera clear? Is it fuzzy? Can you see the image
yeah,
of it? And then there's
yeah,
a subjective part of it what are they trying to communicate and how well they're communicating, that message. And it can be an
100%.
overlap. Sometimes the fuzzy camera is the point of the picture. You're not supposed to see the clear picture, like it's
It's very subjective, like, this is why, yeah, there's obviously, like, the minimum, like, we can all agree with, because it's almost like the technicality of the instrument, how to turn it on, or how to focus, or things like that. But then, yeah, the possibilities are endless, and I think that's what makes photography so cool.
mm. All
Same
right,
with music.
all righty.